24 minutes, and this is the live coverage of the general elections. Thank you for joining us. And of course, well over 2.4 million Liberians will vote to retain or for a new government this Tuesday. Now, as Liberians go to the polls to elect a new government, the desire for positive changes in sectors of the country and more is at the heart of every single voter. Like other departments, Liberia's education sector has realized significant gains while contending with the emerging. Analysts in the country say understanding the gains realized and remaining challenges will enable policymakers and stakeholders to make informed decisions for further improvement. Peter Colley, a correspondent in Lofa County, takes a retrospective look at the sector in the last 5 years.
The education sector in Liberia faces a complex set of challenges related to rebuilding and recovery from the Civil War constrained national finances and poor infrastructure. These challenges include poor learning outcomes, average enrollment, and huge number of out-of-school children, and wasted government resources attributed to the issues of unqualified and ghost teachers. Education in the country is challenging for primary students attending government schools due to inadequate and, in some cases, the lack of learning facilities. More parents prefer sending their kids to private school, which are often very expensive for the average Liberian. And indeed, the poverty rate is preventing thousands of students from acquiring higher education, thus increasing the number of unskilled young adults in the country. Some parents and students who spoke over the weekend just as they prepare for the election said the lack of finances in the country is causing them not to send their children to school. Others said the lack of teachers at public schools is causing their children not to attend, thereby becoming school dropout.
I'm not prepared because my parents drive for money and follow work, no pay. Sometimes when you come home from work and you complain, I want to attend the Peterson school, but he said no, I will come back and you find money to put me in school.
How many of you that he has to send to school this year?
Only two.
So what you think can be done so that this situation will be good for you to go to school without maybe putting you out?
My auntie said she will help us to pay some of the school fees.
I came to register my son. This year the difficulty we are facing is money problem. Like before then, my children been attending the college foundation for long, and we were finding things easier because money was in the country. People were having late job to be doing a lot of time to send your children to school, and now it was not easy. But this time, no job, no money in the country. So there's only rest farming that we are doing to our area, and where we can get money from to bring our children, because if we don't send them to school, it will be problem for us tomorrow. So this is problem that we are facing. The country is getting so hard that it's not easy. If you get one or two, if you have 2 or 3 children to send them to school, it's not easy on us. Well, maybe after election, maybe we're thinking that the country will change, because if we have a good person in a chair to maybe bring things down, or the process of things down, the school fee and all will go down, and we will be happy continue with our children to go to school.
Regardless, Liberia has made significant progress in increasing access to education. Efforts such as the implementation of free primary education and awareness campaigns have led to a drastic increase in enrollment rate. More children, particularly girls and those from marginalized communities, are now attending school. The government consistently prioritizes expanding access to education, resulting in a significant reduction in the number of out-of-school children and improved enrollment rates at all levels. Policies promoting compulsory education and free education scheme have contributed to greater inclusivity. Also, considerable emphasis has been placed on improving the educational infrastructures in Liberia in the last 5 years. This includes the construction of new schools, renovation of existing buildings, and the provision of necessary equipment and facilities. Further studies show that under the administration of President George Weah, public universities and colleges are free of tuition for students who want to further their education.
Employment in terms of high school, junior high, and elementary, where senior high, minimum, you should have bachelor degree in education.
Okay.
If you have bachelor degree in, example, accounting, management, public administration,
Mathematics.
you should have a degree
In education.
So, and also masters. I always say minimum, you can have master.
Okay.
So you should have master in education, and that master,
No.
yes, if your payment for master is $525 gross United States dollars.
Students who are in primary schools ranging from 12th grade are not paying fees for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination.
That was Peter Coley in Lofa County there reporting. Well, from images coming in, the election seems to be set. We are seeing observers, election polling staff for all adorning the blue jackets, and of course with the buckets all arranged, like the ballot boxes all arranged, and we can see a crowd gathered. Well, we'll get you the name of this location as we continue in this broadcast. Well, over the past few years, Liberia has made significant strides in improving its healthcare system, yet hindered by various shades of challenges that demand both state attention and collective efforts. Among them, accessibility and affordability of health services by the Liberian population, many of whom live below the poverty line. Abraham Parker in Grand Bassa County takes us through Liberia's transformative agenda on the pursuit of universal health coverage despite the odds.
One major success of the health sector is its management of the Ebola outbreak in 2014 to 2016 under former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. But as remarkable as the effort, so was the scale of loss suffered. The viral disease killed no fewer than 4,800 people. The aftermath of that crisis will later fund the base for a modern healthcare system, including the construction of new hospitals and clinics, renovation of existing facilities, and training of healthcare workers. The goal was to efficiently respond to future health crises. Now capacitated, Liberia was again tested for its resilience during the COVID-19 pandemic. Interestingly, health workers and the citizens pulled through because of the strengthened system, a collaboration. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention Country Director Dr. Rachel Aduro applauds.
Liberia has done a lot to ensure that people have an opportunity to hear the right messages with respect to what keeps them safe. But Liberia is building on the health investments that were made before the pandemic. When Liberia found its way to overcome the Ebola epidemic from 2014 to 2016, they put into place the infrastructure that's needed to identify health threats as early as possible and fight them where they find them. The U.S. CDC has invested specifically on ensuring that we have public health disease investigators available in every county, every district, who can locally respond to things that are happening among the community members.
But where does Liberia's chief medical officer, who doubles as the deputy health minister, Dr. Francis Kete, stand in telling the country's story, linking efforts made by George Weah's government in the health sector?
Our health system, the gains we've made, and it is important. In healthcare system, it's like jumping a high bar. Whenever you educate the people, they expect more. The more service you provide to them, the better they want. There are things we do better here than anywhere else. Who provide the key primary health services in this country? Nurses and PAs. And so these are the kind of things that we've done.
Also, the country has made considerable advances in reducing maternal and child mortality rates through health programs, training of midwives, and providing essential supplies. However, a recent report by UNICEF revealed at least 1,000 maternal deaths for every 100,000 births annually in Liberia. Cecilia Kpangbala Flomo is registrar of the Liberian Board for Nursing and midwifery.
There are prerequisites for becoming a nursing student, a midwifery student, because these people are the ones that are in majority with caring for our population. They are the most closest to the patient. It's very beneficial that we handle their production. The new process that was approved by the Liberian Board for Nursing and Midwifery is called the Students Indexing, and it's just the student track. Because nursing and midwifery is not a field where you go to play. We protect the public. We go further with that.
Well, this is the point. You heard about the challenges. The lack of well-equipped hospitals and clinics in rural Liberia hampers the delivery of quality healthcare services, resulting in disparities in access to healthcare. Here are some concerned Liberians.
The patient buys everything. They say it's free, you go to the pay 1,500 for a cesarean session. But they say it's free. Go buy paracetamol outside there. Go buy, you buy everything. The patient buy beside the bed. And maybe that one food to put in the patient, feeding the patient. I wonder if they can give it to their children, that amount of food for their children to be healthy. You see the food the sick patient eat in the hospital, you feel sorry for them. GFK is the worst.
People sick all around and nothing they're doing but it. The nurses can take the drugs they carry to their houses, then they open drugs. The people carry medicine after 2 days, no drugs.
There is no doubt that the shortage of health professionals, inadequate training institutions, and low salary earnings are challenges the health sector faces. Some health workers, including technical persons, share their views on the matter.
There are a lot of things going on within the health system. I got sick Ebola time because while I was treating patients, I have passion for the job. I was in my community, growing in community. Wherever I see sick person lying by the road or in the homes and they call me, I will go there and say, Deconti, come. The other person is sick, the other person is going this way. Nobody wants to treat them because they are afraid of Ebola. Working in the system or sector, a lot of lapses.
Lack of staff quarters and transportation is a clear example. Ambulance service. We want the government to renovate and improve dilapidated facility across the country and improve on staff quarters as well as transportation to equip health facility with diagnostic equipment, effective and efficient ambulance service to the public.
Some people have been here with this opportunity to be given me as a chief driver for the Ministry of Health. I will kindly appeal to the president. The president should help make this salary for us because this is very sad that we, at the end of the month, we take $2,500, $2,690 that cannot even sustain our home.
As the struggle to revamp the country's health sector persists, incumbent George Weah has made efforts to improve the situation through the construction of the 14 military hospital, the Emirate Hospital in Bapolo County, and other community clinics around the country, the training of nurses and doctors, among others. Seeking re-election, Weah says health practitioners play an essential role in health delivery.
How we could help to enhance the health sector. Again, I want to commend you. I know the history because I live here with you. I know how dedicated you people are. I know how much you be working in a little environment. We have an opportunity now for all of us to fix it. Make sure that we have our fair share. Train more nurses, more doctors. It's important for our people. Now, when you don't visit this area, you think it's all glittering.
Health experts have reiterated investment in infrastructure, boosting the workforce, improving accessibility, and strengthening data management as quick solutions to challenges faced by Liberia's health sector. Reporting for West Africa Democracy Radio from Grand Bassa County, I am Abraham Parker.
Indeed, many thanks, Abraham Parker, for that report. Well, political analysts are saying that 3 key issues will determine who wins the election today. 3, and that is 1, drug use, corruption, and economic issues. And of course, the over 2.4 million voters will be voting either to bring in an opposition or retain the current ruling party. Well, let's bring you some of the participants, their profiles. Alexander Cummins, he is not new to politics. The collaborating political party CPP candidate is considered another fierce contender in today's election in Liberia. Now, born on December 7, 1956 in Monrovia, he studied at Cottington University College in Liberia before leaving for the United States to further his studies at Northern Illinois University, where he earned a Bachelor of Science degree in finance and economics. He also holds a master's in finance from Clark Atlanta University. Cummins has built a track record as a businessman and a philanthropist who said he is poised to bring about a transformative era for the people of Liberia. His 4 decades of experience working at international businesses began at the Coca-Cola company. Upon joining the company, Cummins served as the regional manager for Nigeria, after which he was promoted to becoming president and chief operating officer of the Africa Group, responsible for the company's operations in Africa, encompassing a total of 56 countries and territories across the continent. Cummins was again promoted and named executive vice president and chief admin officer of the Coca-Cola company, responsible for most of the company's business functions across 5 groups and 200 countries globally, with an operating budget of almost $1 billion. All right, it's time to cross over now to Monrovia as we have Darlington Popper on standby to bring us the latest over there. Darlington, good morning.
Good morning, and good morning to the people listening to the radio this morning.
Indeed, it's election day, Darlington. What is the feeling like there among the population?
Yeah, it's very quiet here. I'm standing right now on the University of Liberia's main campus up on Capitol Hill, where I see a huge number of turnout here. People are in queue waiting for the process to start at 8 o'clock this morning. So I came here by 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I saw people already in the queue waiting for elections observers to start the process at 8 this morning.
Well, Darlington, we understand that even as early as 6:45 thereabout, people were already out, even in the dark. We've gotten images of people as early as 5 a.m. in the dark, using torchlight from their mobile phones to check for their names on the voter rolls. Tell us about that.
That is correct. Even I visited one of the centers in the Busekota community in central Monrovia, where hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Darlington. You're on.
Yeah, so I visited one of the centers in central Monrovia in Busekota, where I met few people, and they said they actually slept in the queue so that they can be able to cast their ballot as soon as possible and be able to return to their homes and do something different. So actually people came early this morning using their mobile phones to search their name on the voters' roll. You know, the voters' roll publication has been or something political parties have been pushing the Elections Commission to publish on time so that people can be able to locate where exactly they're going to vote. So people are actually here searching the voters' roll to be able to identify their names. I see the queue controllers, we see international observers, local and international observers are all here. NEC officials are well posted. From the center I'm reporting from this morning, University of Liberia campus, all is set. I think what I went in initially as the presiding officer of the Elections Commission, and he said to me they are just waiting for 8 o'clock to officially announce of the polls here so that people can be able to go and cast their ballot. But honestly, in terms of the weather condition, it's actually friendly weather here. It's the normal stuff we've seen the horizon of the sun this morning.
Well, from the images we are getting, we are seeing very clear blue skies there in Monrovia. Well, Darlington, do you think the people are excited to go to the polls? What is the feeling like for the few people that you have spoken to this morning? What are they saying about today's election?
Yes, people are actually excited to be here. The few people I spoke with this morning, most of them feel that this election is actually critical towards determining the future of they and their families. So they said they want to be a part of history making, and I spoke to people who voted for the first time, who have voted for the first time. And I also have a mixture of people who have been voting in previous elections, and for them they say they are actually not taking this election to be something of granted. They want to have attached importance to it, because they feel that Liberia has a long way to go. And if Liberia is to succeed in the near future, their votes should be counted. So most of them are here, they are actually optimistic that their preferred candidate is going to be successful at the end of the day. But people here are actually happy that we are here to be a part of history making, to be able to have a say into this election.
Well, with the setup that you have seen there, does that mean that elections or voting rather will start at 8 on the dot as it is?
Yes, from the University of Liberia campus here, what I can say to you, all is set. I see the ballot papers are all here. We see political parties, representations are here. And we see international, local, international observers are also. So when I spoke with the presiding officer of the Electoral Commission, and he said to me, they have already done all their setup. They're just waiting for 8 o'clock to officially announce the opening of poll so that people can be able to go in and vote. So for the center I'm reporting from this morning, all is set now for the process to actually commence. But I still see a multitude of people coming in trying to search their names on the voters' roll. So that's the situation here so far.
Well, Darlington, we have...
I also see law enforcement officers of the National Police and the Drug Enforcement Agency. It is a joint security operation. We also see them here trying to help electoral workers to actually go through the queue.
Well, I was just about to go to that. You preempted my next question. We've seen a very tense campaign season, violence here and there. With the number of security personnel that you're seeing on ground, are we going to see a peaceful process today?
For now, what I see here, I see Liberians in queues, and I see the process is being very, very peaceful. People are even some of the women are here with their babies, and I see the place is actually peaceful for now on the University of Liberia campus. And I see the joint security apparatus just posted on the side, just watching the people, and people are helping one another here to identify their names on the voters' roll, assisting them with chairs to be able to have a seat and maybe wait for 8 o'clock to start. And once you come here, we see even other voters are even helping to direct other voters. They'll be asking you maybe what's your name, and say, no, you shouldn't be here, go on this side. So people are actually interacting here in a friendly manner. It's actually a good atmosphere here. And I just see people just seated and waiting for the process to actually start.
All right, Darlington, just before I let you go, we know that in Sierra Leone, when they had the elections, people, were actually allowed to move about to do their businesses. Is this the same? Is this the same case for Liberia?
Come again, I didn't get that question right.
Is it a public holiday right now in Liberia, or people are allowed to open their businesses?
No, it is. No, businesses are all closed. It is a public holiday in Liberia. It was declared, a proclamation was declared by President George Weah today as a national holiday. And as a matter of fact, the Liberian Immigration Service also announced the closure of all the borders of Liberia, especially the land borders with Guinea, Sierra Leone, and the Ivory Coast. So yes, today is a holiday here. People are just here to focus on the electoral process of the country.
Indeed, Darlington Popper in Monrovia, thank you so much. We will get back to you in the course of our broadcast. And for now, do stay safe there. All right, let's cross over now to Grand Bassa County as we have online Abraham Parker. Abraham, good morning.
Good morning, and it's great to be with you this morning.
Indeed.
Bassa County.
Indeed. What is the situation there in Grand Bassa County?
Well, at this time, as per the process, today is election day. Liberia decides today. So for Grand Bassa, the atmosphere here is cool, and everyone is in gear as part of exercising their constitutional responsibility. So yes, early this morning at 5 a.m. this morning, citizens from Grand Bassa are going to the various polling places to see how best they could identify their names on the final registration roll, that the FRR that was being released by the National Elections Commission. So, of course, yes, the people are turning out, and at 8 o'clock this morning, the process will start. So what we're seeing right now is the process that has to do with the verification of names, and people have started standing into the queue. And at 8 o'clock, I spoke about the district and the head for this polling center, and he said that at 8 o'clock this morning, he has assured us that the process will start.
Are the people excited about today's poll? Are they happy? What is the mood like? I mean, you mentioned like from 5 a.m. a lot of them came out using their the touch lights on their mobile phones to start searching for their names. The people that you have spoken to, what are they looking forward to?
Well, everything that has to do with these elections today, it is it is all about peace. So, in fact, when I spoke with the first person and I asked him, what did you come here to do? He said, I've come to vote for my future. So indeed, it tells us that they are excited, and of course, they are willing, and they are really, really ready to make that necessary decision in the best interest of Liberia. Like they talk about their future. Some of them are talking about voting change in making sure that the economy is improved. A lot of people talk about trying to improve the education sector, and some the first-time voters, they are saying that they've come to vote for their future, that in the next 6 years, their future will be revised to a better one.
Well, Grand Bassa County is very key to all the parties involved. Who do you see making a way ahead more of their in terms of people talking about? Is it the CPP? Is it the coalition or the Unity Party?
Okay, so as it relates to that, the campaign process, when people were on the campaign trails, you could detect as to whether which one of the political parties has a stronger ground. So for Grand Bassa being an area of interest, it will interest you to note that you have a vast of bearer candidate coming from the ticket of the CPP by extension, which is the ANC, a daughter of Grand Bassa. All right. Then you have on the angle of the United Party that is being referred to as the rescue team. You have a daughter of the Sing County being the campaign chair for the entire rescue team. And then you have some charities as well or stakeholders who are also contributing immensely to the growth of Bassa, are also from the angle of the CDC. So if you want to tell as to whether who is making headways, obviously you will have the three political institutions making headways, and you cannot easily determine till the time of the vote.
Indeed. Well, from the setup which you have seen, just before I let you go, do you see the election, the voting process starting at 8 o'clock?
Yeah, so it is 9 minutes to 8. So they have showed us at this center I am. I'm ready, presently located. That at 8 o'clock this morning, the process will start. So we're watching to see the process. Yeah, people are excited, and once you interface an election observer here, you will make sure maybe from the angle of the National Elections Commission, they will instruct you what to do. If your name appears, maybe your last name is P, obviously it will give you the direction, and of course you have to go by the direction the polling staff will give you today. So of course, we're anticipating that the process will start at 8 o'clock this morning, as being pronounced by the National Elections Commission.
Indeed, many thanks, Abraham Parker there in Grand Bassa County. We will come to you when election starts proper. In the meantime, do stay safe there. All right, let's take more profiling now. This time around, we have Lucini Kamara. The All Liberia Coalition Party, ALCUP, a mass-based political party in Liberia, is also in the race for the number one position at the executive mansion. So, and their candidate is Lucini Kamara. He is the flag bearer for that party. It was founded in 1996. Now, born in Banga, Bong County on January 1, 1954, the ALCUP candidate is a seasoned public servant, an experienced entrepreneur. A former finance and development planning minister, Kamara said Liberia must be run with honesty, patriotism, and sacrifice for the sake of the people. At the launch of the party in 2023, campaign outside the nation's capital, Monrovia, Kamara said his leadership will provide an honest and responsible governance system in which revenues will be protected primarily for the development of Liberia. Lucini Kamara attended the Nathaniel B. Masakwe Elementary School in Baraga, Bong County in 1968 to 1973, attended and subsequently completing the junior high school studies at the William V. S. Tubman Banga Methodist School. He would, after his junior school, complete his senior high school education at the Lutheran Training Institute LTI in Salaya, Lofa County in 1973 to 1975. The Alcop strongman enrolled briefly at the Cottington University in 1976 but matriculated at the State University of Liberia, where he obtained BSc in economics in 1980. All right, we'll be rounding off this session very soon to make way for our French colleagues to come in and start the broadcast for the French service. It's been Liberia Decides 2023. 2.4 million voters are heading to the polls today, Tuesday, October 10, 2023, to elect a new president or maintain the incumbent President George Weah. We'll be rounding off at this point. Many thanks to the production team led by Abdullah Hassan, James Japon, and on the console it's been Chris Mokwidi. On the tech has been Maudo Juf and Francis Boniface. Stay with us as we continue the coverage, the live coverage of the elections, the general elections in Liberia. In the meantime, here is Liberian music to soothe you and put you in that mood for the elections. Don't change that dial. Yes, don't change that dial. We'll be back for more. Please stay with us.